Hi, welcome to the Recruitment Marketing webinar on how to boost your talent sourcing. So, my name is Melissa Garcia, and this is a free class for recruitment marketers. So, are you having difficulties in attracting talents for your organization? Do you want to learn how to use digital marketing tools to your advantage? If so, then you are in the right place. Join me as we discuss how recruitment marketing can boost your talent sourcing. Again, I am Melissa Garcia. I am your business coach and mentor for today. I am a marketing professional and an industrial engineer with more than 18 years of experience in employer branding and marketing. I was the former head of marketing for Wing Bank and ABA Bank, and the chief digital operation and marketing of microfinance. So, who is this webinar for? This webinar is for people who is responsible for sourcing talents for their organization, who want to efficiently systematize their recruitment, someone who wanted to be able to develop the strategies for different job offers or for different organizations. So these people are, for example, recruiters, headhunters. They can also be your marketing officers or marketers who is responsible for your employer branding or recruitment. So these people are concerned on the attractions of your recruitment activities or your content being used on different spaces or digital platforms. So this is a webinar for them. This webinar is not for you if you are not responsible for employer branding or recruitment or talent attraction. This webinar is also not for you if you don't want to learn or you don't have time to learn, because all we're going to do here is to take time to develop strategies and understanding talent recruitment or understanding the behavior of your target audience or the behavior of the applicants. So if you're looking for an instant solution and don't want to understand what candidates are looking for, this webinar is not for you. What are you going to learn today? So today I'm going to share with you what recruitment marketing is and its advantages. Of course, how to develop your own strategy. So this is going to be a quick overview. In this class, we're going to discuss the recruitment funnel, the talent's journey, the importance of creatives and content, and of course, I'm going to walk you through how all of these tools can help you create your own strategy. So, let's begin. What is recruitment marketing and its advantage? There's a lot of definitions of recruitment marketing in the market, but for me, recruitment marketing is the practice of using marketing strategies to attract, engage, and retain talents to your organization or institution. This is about acquisition and strategy in one. It involves promoting your organization's values, culture, aside from job vacancies. So normally what I see on most people who's doing recruitment is that they're only posting job offers. They're actually not sharing the their organization's values and culture, or they do not provide any specificity, or they do not provide any insight of what the culture in their company about, or for example the creatives does not actually meet the brand standard of what the company is using or what the company looks like, for example. All of this actually creates an attraction to your audience, because the audience, we have different types of audience, right? Especially if you're targeting skilled people, they actually have some qualifications in their mind personally, and also on how they would interact with the right employer they have in mind, right? So for them, there is the ideal employer in their mind where they wanted to be connected. And of course, you need to know, are you this are you this employer, or are you the one who they are looking for, right? So this is all about recruitment marketing. What are the advantages of having a recruitment marketing strategy? Of course, the advantages is it that provides establishes direction for you and your team. It helps you measure your success. It builds confidence, and it helps you improve your system or processes and understand the people and your organization, right? Whenever there's a strategy in a certain organization, it helps them provide direction not only for themselves but also for the people around them. It makes them look professional. This help builds their confidence that they're doing the right thing, and that the candidates themselves will see that, oh, this person knows what he's doing, and I like this person. It will capture the interest of the employees or future employees who wanted to be or who wanted to join your organization. So the next chapter is all about how to develop your own strategy. The first topic is about developing your strategy, the recruitment funnel. Has anyone know recruitment funnel? Or I believe you have seen this recruitment funnel. It is so much similar to the marketing funnel. The difference is that it actually is for recruitment. So in most marketing funnels, they have 7 funnels. And for example, in employer branding, there's also 2 more funnel underneath hire. So for the recruitment funnel, we start with awareness or attraction, followed by interest or consideration, and then apply or conversion, evaluate, and hire. While for employer branding, they have the other two at the bottom, which is retain or develop, and loyalty. So that part is under the retain. So let's discuss about awareness and attraction. So in the funnel, in this recruitment marketing funnel, the first thing that you need to think through is how to get your presence known to your potential candidates and to make them aware of your organization or brand. How are you going to bring them to these specific job opportunities or vice versa? Why did I say vice versa? Some candidates may be looking for a job. So, of course, the first awareness or the first attraction that they will need is to identify you or your job offer or your job ads, right? And then the next one will be followed by understanding who you are as an employer. Now, there are some other candidates who is doing this on a different way or on a different journey. The other ones may not be interested of, let's say, moving out today or moving to a different employer, but they will, be attracted to the kind of organization you are. So you will get their attention. They will get attracted to you. It will create awareness for you as an employer, or for you on your required job vacancy. Next is interest and consideration. So after you have already get the people, or let's say attract the people, they already know who you are and what you need. The second is you need to meet their consideration, their desire. Do they want to apply the job with you? So in this stage, you need to provide additional information to the candidate and assist them to learn more about the organization, the benefits you offer, and the job requirements, for example, right? So it does not end on just telling them that, hey, I am looking for a sales executive, right? You need to provide interest, and you need to give them consideration, right? They need to understand, or you need to build their desire in order to know more about what you are offering, right? You want them to click that button and apply, right? So here, before you reach that consideration level, you need to provide them inputs or information. You need to be in different places in order for them to see you, to attract, you know, to for them to um, get the attention, or for you to get their attention. So here, there is what we call the interest or the consideration phase. And next, once you get their interest, the next layer is the apply or conversion, converting the people who get interested on your job ads into applying for your job application. Of course, in this stage, we are looking for the application process. This is when the applicant click the apply now button and go through providing information about their interest and qualification. Why is this important? I've seen a lot of advertisements, or let's say I've seen a lot of posts, and when you click their, when you click their apply now, it does not lead you to anywhere, or perhaps it only you will only bring them to sending a message, or in the messenger, wherein they don't know exactly what to do. Or let's say there are some people who is newly graduate that does not have their CVs or bio. So what kind of information do you need them to provide? So when they click that apply button, what will be their journey? What will they see? What should they do? Right? And from this journey, of course, the next one is the evaluate, or the evaluation process. The evaluation process talks about the screening, shortlisting to interview. This In this stage, the candidates look is looking for the responsiveness of the recruiter and the efficiency of the evaluation process. There are some recruiters who does not even respond when someone applied for the job, or submitted their CV. It will take them like weeks after they confirm that they have received the CV, which in for an applicant, this is going to be a frustration, right? So that's why this funnel is important, because you need to understand what is going through the mind of your um, potential candidate, and also for you to be able to analyze where the candidates are coming from, in what stage of recruitment funnel they are in. And then, of course, the last layer, or the last stage, is hire. Of course, the hiring process, this is the signing of contract and onboarding of candidates. Sometimes even candidate um, has already passed the evaluation process. They are still in the decision making phase, right? And you still need to win their hearts when it comes to the hiring process. And by doing this, you have to understand what kind of things that is going through their mind, right? What are the questions? What are the expectations they have from you as an employer? So it does not only end in hiring. It does not end in just signing a contract. It needs to You need to onboard the candidate, and of course the candidate need to pass their probation in order for them to actually succeed in your organization. So by looking at this recruitment marketing funnel, you are able to understand each layer and how to talk to candidate in every step of the way. You have to build the type of content that actually is based on these different stages. The next one is the talent journey. So, what is the talent journey? Of course, this is the journey of the candidate from getting to know you until accepting your job offer. So there are different types of potential candidates. So here, my example today is for a skilled person looking for a job. Example is a salesman. So let's imagine that we are looking for a skilled salesman. What are the typical employ or what is the typical talent journey for this salesman? So this one is looking for a job. He is not he is not really either employed or um, in an organization. So this person can be freshly graduate or no has moved on from the previous career or just waiting for the right opportunity. So since this person is looking for a job, he will be an applicant who will check on your brand if there is vacancy. So most skilled people, they are already they have a target employer in their mind, right? They wanted to join this organization because this organization has a popular brand or is from popular brand. He believes that there's a lot of people working in this organization, that the benefits and packages from this employer is very good. So the first thing that this skilled salesman would do is go to check the brand and see whether there is a vacancy for him. And then next, once he see that there is a vacancy, he will check for more information of the vacancy, whether it suits him or not. So what will happen here? He may be going through your vacancy notice board, right? From either your website or let's say from LinkedIn or maybe on Facebook. But normally for Facebook, it's more of the awareness level rather than the consideration level, right? So here they needed more information. They will either call the recruiter and ask for a JD or look for the JD elsewhere. The next stage or the next journey is to call someone from the company who could provide better insight. So once they have already got the information, let's say the job requirements and the qualification, they will now look for someone inside. So most of the time, they know someone from inside, and then from there, they will ask what kind of company is this, how is the salary benefits, what is the culture, you know, how long their friends has been working there, or if they can speak to the recruiter, they will specifically ask what are the offers and packages for this position. And then afterwards, they will check on the application process and submit their application. So once they have submitted their application, they will check the application if it has been received and how long will be the evaluation process, right? So this is normally for a skilled worker because they wanted to plan ahead. They wanted to make sure that what they have submitted has been received and that this is the right path that they're going through. Once they receive, or let's say once they are shortlisted, they will go through the interview and evaluation process. So here they will show how they like the organization, and they will provide you with some insights how they have been on their previous organization, how good they are, and then of course they will negotiate the salary and the benefit. If you are okay with this person, or let's say they it passes your evaluation, this person has already passed your interview and you have already offered um, a job offer, and this person agrees to your job offer, then of course you will go through the signing process and complete the hiring process. So here, in some organization, it does not stop on just signing the contract. Some organization, they need to pass their medical exams. There are also, let's say, some processes. Let's say if you're getting employees abroad, you need to go through some certain procedure from their from getting the employees to come uh, to your location, right? And then, of course, they need to go through your onboarding process and pass the probation. So, this is the normal talent journey for a skilled person looking for a job. The next example is a skilled person who is not looking for a job but it's open for opportunities. So why am I showing you two different types of talent journey? It is important in your recruitment marketing strategy to know your audience, to know your target audience, to understand the pain of their going through. Because once you eliminate the hassle of the process, then you are able to actually attract more people with your recruitment, right? Because whenever there's pain, people will get frustrated and they will not go through their application journey, or let's say your marketing funnel or your recruitment funnel. So understanding their pain points is good for you to be able to be ready to have an answer to each and every expectation or questions that they have. So for this kind of person who is skilled, not looking for a job but is open for opportunities, first they will receive a phone call for recruiter. So this person may, because he is a skilled person, he may have a profile somewhere. Let's say he may have a profile in the job bank, he may have a profile in LinkedIn. So since you are looking for a skilled person who may be interested or open for opportunities, you will stumble upon their profile and you will give them a call. So for them, the first recruitment journey for them is receiving a call from a recruiter for a potential role. The next journey for them is there, then they will be aware of the vacancy and check the offer. So here they will listen to you because they are not declining, but they are not also immediately accepting. Perhaps they are still happy on where they're currently working, right? But the only thing is perhaps they wanted some change, or they might want to improve a little, or they might want to improve more, right? So they will listen. After listening to you and asking for information, let's say you have already provided them your job details, the qualification for that, then this person will look into it, right? See whether he fits your requirements. And then if he is interested, if your communication has been effective, he will then call a friend and ask for a few culture or and the work inside the company, right? So most people, they will ask someone what are the experiences in this company, or they will research what is this company about, who are they, how long have they been in the industry, right? What is their retention rate for employees? Are the employees happy inside? Do they have a good culture? These are the things a skilled person is looking for. And then, of course, they will check the application process. Of course, if you satisfy this curiosity, then this candidate will have to check the application process and submit the application. But just imagine, for example, they went through your website and then they click on the apply button. And the apply button does not, you know, accept, let's say, image CV, for example, or there is no application form to fill in, what else will they, how can you communicate with this person during the application process? Because again, there are different types of person. There are those introverts and there are those extrovert. The introvert, these are the candidate that doesn't want to ask questions, right? Again, remember, this candidate may may be interested or may not be interested. Sometimes, if they stumble upon a problem during the application process, they sometimes believe that this is not the right job for me because I cannot even go through the application process, right? So, these are the normal introverts. And remember, in some cases where you wanted a skilled person, especially for the jobs that are normally back office job like IT jobs, the people who has the introvert qualities, they don't want to really exert additional effort to ask, right? If they feel that the door is closed, they will not bother to knock or try to open it, right? They will just say that, oh, maybe this is not the right job for me. And you are already losing this candidate, right? So, understanding the talent journey and what their difficulties is important for recruitment marketing. You have to unlock all of these um, blockage, right? In order to have a smooth process, in order for people to actually go through from the beginning of the funnel to the end of the funnel. Of course, once the application is submitted, this person will check whether his application has been received and how long is the evaluation process. Again, if your evaluation process takes long, sometimes this person will lose interest, or he might get another offer from another company, and then you lose this person. So having a defined evaluation process will help you get your right candidate. And then, of course, the next journey is to go through the evaluation process, the interview and evaluation process. Again, during this time, you need to provide the candidate that expectation that he needs. So, for example, if this is going to be a face to face meeting, who will be interviewing? This person will be checking on you. Again, this person is a skilled person, right? He already have experience. He have been into a maybe bigger company or maybe smaller company, but they have a different culture in those company that they might want to experience in your organization. For example, they will check in how you call your candidate, or what does the interview process look like, right? So all of this question you need to answer in this talent journey. You need to show your professionalism. They will think, oh, is this organization professional enough to handle me? Because some talents, they feel that, oh, this organization is not at my expectation. Perhaps this is not the right culture for me. It's not the right fit, right? This person may lose interest in you during this stage of the talent journey. But of course, if you have the right answer, if you have prepared for this talent, then this person will go through the next stage of the journey, which is the negotiation of the salary and the benefits. Again, expectation wise, you need to get the or provide the right answers to the questions that the candidate has during this journey. So you have to check what your offers is, how the competitor is different from what you offer, this kind of things. So you have to make sure that you have the right fit for this candidate. Once you have passed, or once the candidate passed this stage, then of course it will sign a contract with you, complete the hiring process, and then go through the onboarding process. And if everything went well, then he will pass the probation, right? So onboarding process is also important because there are some candidates that we lose during the onboarding process. Remember, in this 3 months onboarding process, or let's say probation stage, you are not it's not only the employer but also your potential employee, because they will feel, is this company open for for having me? Do they have the right onboarding process in place? Do they have the mentorship or the buddy system who would help me go through how to deal with some certainties or problems while I start to work? Let's say when they on during their first day on the job, assuming that let's say they should already have their computers, their IDs, all of these things are part of your onboarding process. And again, if they encounter difficulty during this stage, it may lose their interest to go through and finish their probation stage or even the onboarding process itself, right? So all of these stages um, requires a thorough understanding of what the journey of your potential candidates. You need to have the answers. You also need to have the questions in order for you to answer them. What are the expectation? What kind of concerns they might have? Is the process smooth? Right? You have to go through it by yourself. In the other organization, sometimes the CEO actually goes through and check the process of their recruitment just to be able to see whether it has a smooth, process that the potential employees or potential candidate will experience. Experience is important whenever we wanted to attract um, a target audience, right? In marketing, this is something that you actually think through, right? Because you need to make sure that there is a proper experience or there is a unique experience for your target audience, right? So this is the talent journey. The next is the importance of creatives and content, right? So why is it important? I have shown you in the beginning about the marketing funnel. In some organization, they will say that the recruitment marketing is only on the first three stage of the funnel. That is awareness, consideration, and conversion or the application process. Because during this stage, they need to get the people, right? And the after the application is submitted, that will be your recruitment phase, right? Or the recruitment stage, because here you will conduct the evaluation, the interview, and then the hiring process, right? So in the first three stages of the funnel, it is always important to communicate to your audience. And how do you communicate to your audience, or how do you communicate to your potential candidates? You communicate to your potential candidates through your creatives and content, right? So in some companies, they have the employer branding. They have the brand guidelines on how to properly communicate to your target audience. When they say target audience in the marketing and sales, they are talking to people who will buy the product. But in recruitment, employer branding or branding itself is about how the potential candidate would perceive your brand, right? How your current employee sees your brand on your internal communication. So in employer branding, it's more wider than the recruitment marketing. In employer branding, it starts from uh, recruiting potential employees to maintaining the current employees and developing or growing their current employees until they retire with you. That is the objective of the whole employer branding. It does not end when you recruit the candidate. No, employer branding cultivates the culture, how you communicate to your employees. Okay, so for communication, creatives and content is important. I will show you here the different types of creatives that most popular brands have.
Job titles. They're not a big deal these days. Not to us, anyway. Because we know that you're much more than just a few words. You've got spark, ambition, drive, passion. You want to feel proud of what you do and make others proud of you too. You want to make a difference in the world and have real impact. Whether you're a human spark igniter or a green planet saver or developing your career as a disruptive digital leader, you know what you care about and you put it first. Because what matters most is what you do. We put labels on our product, not our people. So bring change, make an impact, and be inspired to be your best self. To us, you are more than your job title.
So what you have just seen is the different types of content and creatives of different popular brands. So the video we just watched right now is the Unilever. This is how they have created their contents for their employer branding or for their recruitment marketing, right? So it's not a hard sell for them because they are a big brands and they know how to communicate to their audience. Normally, the way they communicate is that they inspire people on the kind of work or the kind of ambitions, or let's say the traits that they have in their organization that they value as part of their career values, right? So these are the things how Unilever communicates to their audience. They are showing the type of people that they have in their organization, who they are when they are working, let's say as a marketing professional, for example, and who they are after work. So what are their likes and dislikes, or what they are involved at, how they are doing back in or giving back to their communities. So these are the things that they are actually talking for their future employees. This is the way they show their values and culture of the company outside Unilever. So that's how they create their communication. It's more friendly approach. It's more of uh, soft sell. That's what they call it, right? So that's one of the type of materials that you can actually do. Of course, you will tell me that, oh, Unilever is a big brand, they have the money. But then again, come to think of it, right now, there's a lot of marketing tools available in the market already, right? So, for example, with Facebook alone, there's already the story, the reels that you can do, right? You just go down and interview your employees and see really what do they like to do, who they are in your company, right? What their ambitions in life, or what their career progression, how do they see themselves growing with your company. But of course, before doing that, this experience should all be realistic, right? I mean, you need to actually feel what's happening on the ground. You need to know that, oh, this is the right culture that my company wants to present in the public, and this is really happening in our company right now. Because of course, again, in marketing they always say that when you are marketing, you are showing sometimes a different way of how the other people see your product. In this case, you are showing a different side of your employees, right? But it needs to be genuine, right? It needs to be realistic, it needs to be the truth. This is what is important in employer branding, because what you are marketing here are people, their emotions, right? Their values. Okay, so here are some of the examples of different creatives and content. So I have here print ads, the video, a poster, or a flyers. In this, I'm showing you because there are different types of communication, again, in different journey and in different uh, level of recruitment funnel. You need to have the right communication, the right creative for each and every step. Each communication material needs to have an objective in mind, right? You need to have the right approach. What is this communication for? Who am I talking to? There need to be a certain type of audience because what I always say in terms of marketing, you cannot say that everyone is my target audience. No. Remember, this is like a ball. When you throw a ball and you tell, okay, this is for everyone, do you think everyone will catch the ball? No. But if you have a very specific target in mind, or if you have a very specific person in mind for your ball and you throw the ball and you say, okay, this is only for salesman, of course the one who will catch the ball are only salesmen, right? So that's how you also create your communication. It needs to fit the right people. It needs to talk the same language as how this salesman is actually speaking, right? How will you attract them, right? Because they are the one who sell companies. They know how to attract people. If you cannot attract them, then maybe you're not the right organization for them, right? So again, creative contents is all about communication. Follow your objectives, follow who is your target audience, make sure that you have the right content, you have the right creatives, whether that's an image, whether that's a photo, right? Is it a print ad, whether it's a video, will it be a testimonial? This needs to be taken through significantly, right? You have to go through it and think about it. What really is what you're communicating and how you're going to communicate it. This is how important creatives and content is in your recruitment marketing. So here, you need to imagine you are a graduate of business management and you're looking for a sales job. Which among these three job ad will you click or will you be interested in? Is it number one, two, or three? There. Here, it will provide you the answer to that question. Which one interests you the most? If you're going to ask me, looking back on these ads, the first advertisement here on the left, are you the one? We are looking for sales and marketing superheroes, right? The initial candidate should, and it has a very quick, you know, bullet number that provides me the information I needed at first glance, right? So among these three, this is the first one that would get my interest first. And then this second one. We are hiring. We're looking for sales executive. And then they have the job description here and how to apply. It is important to know that you have the call to action in all of your communication. What do they need to do next? Right? And then, of course, this one is the last among these three in terms of interest, right? It is important for you to understand the importance of creatives and the contents that they have. Why? Because again, it answers the stages of the client journey. So if for example, if I am looking for a job, my first one in terms of attraction is the one on the left and going to the right, right? Because here there's so much information, but perhaps maybe I am a different kind of person. Maybe I am already in the consideration phase. I have already seen this ad before, right? And it has been moving in my, let's say, in my digital from, let's say, from Facebook to web to games. I've been seeing this vacancy notice and I'm already considering it. Then this is the stage, or this is the kind of information I may need. I may want to know what are the responsibilities and the qualification, and I might go through and read all of this information, right? So understanding the importance of creatives and content in your stages of recruitment marketing is important, right? You need to understand this because it answers their stage where they are. And of course, at the same time, it also attracts them on which one to click, or is this the right organization for me, right? Do they look professional? Do they look good? Right? These are the things that you need to check whether you have the right creative and whether you are communicating to your audience in the right way, right? So this is how you do your creatives. If you have your own creative um, people in the workplace, then that's very good. They should have the fundamentals of how a creative should look like, or how creative should be done. But if you are doing it on your own, then you need to understand what kind of creatives you might want, or will talk to the audience depending on the journey that they are right now, or depending on the recruitment funnel that they are right now, because not everyone will actually uh, click or get interested on what you offer, especially in Cambodia. Cambodians don't want to read. I have heard this a couple of times. So creatives is important, because if you don't look professional enough, or let's say if if there's so many information in one page, Cambodians don't want to read, right? They, as they always say. So sometimes you need to find another way to communicate to this target audience. So it's either a video, a clean video. You need to have the right image. Is this the image of your people, right? When they see your employees, is it the same as the image that you have provided in your creatives? Do they have the right, way of communicating to their brands this kind of information? Of course, now we have to develop your strategy. So, as a summary, I'm going to provide you um, a framework on how I look into the funnel, the journey, the creative, the content. And of course, I have also placed here the channel, the measurement, and the cost. Because in recruitment marketing, we do not just see the first part. Strategy needs to have your measurement and your cost. So here I have here on the left side, this is just an example of how you have to develop your marketing strategy. You have to have your funnel, where the journey of your potential candidate is, and you need to have your target audience, because each audience have a different journey, they have a different questions, they have a different expectation. So here, in the awareness level, for a skilled person looking for a job, you might want to think of a video or a photo of a person that depicts the position needed. So let's say you will take a video of your current employee. So if you're looking for a salesperson, the salesperson that you currently have, you might want to take their photos while they are looking good in their uniforms, and while they're performing their job, right? So you can actually create these videos or photos, and then you can put in a straightforward message and traits of the person that they believe and has the company needs. Okay, so normally when talking to a skilled person, it always needs to be straightforward. What is it, right? What are the traits that they wanted? Like what we have seen earlier on the type of content that I have shown you, right? Are you the one? So, or for example, let's say how Unilever communicates to the potential candidates, right? They're looking for the behavior of the candidates, right? They're actually talking to them like what do they want, not only on the job but also the personality that they have, the traits that the company values, right? And then of course in your content you need to have your call to action. Example here is join us. And then after creating your content, you need to identify your channel. What are the channels that you wanted to have this awareness posted at, right? So, for example, you will choose LinkedIn, job sites, website, career, Facebook page, or Google Ads. These are the channels where you can put this. And then, of course, the next stage of the funnel is consideration. So again, we were still looking for a skilled person. So this time, this person is in this consideration journey. So skilled verifying the company's brand. They wanted to know the brand itself, right? What kind of company you have, or what kind of employer you are. So, what kind of creative do you need? So here, maybe your creative is either a photo or a video testimonial, right? Because we wanted to provide more information for this audience. So your content will be the testimonial of the person holding the same position. So for example, if this is a salesman, so you will get the testimonial of this salesman. Why does he love to work with your brand? What are the intangible benefits that he gets, right? How was his journey with you, and where he is in his current journey, and why does he believe in you? And then, of course, you have here the call to action: learn more. So, what channels can you publish this information? Since this is a very light information and it's not a hard sell, the kind of channel that you can put this is, or post this is, for example, on Facebook, Instagram, or Google Display Ads. So, these are the different channels that you can use for this kind of material. Now, once you already have the material for the consideration phase, you also need to create the material for the conversion stage. In the conversion stage, this is where the skilled person is now interested in submitting their application. So that's their journey. So what kind of creative are you, you can put here? So here you can put a successful person fulfilling the job vacancies, right? Right? The information. Again, for this one, the content needs to be straightforward, and then the traits of the person. So it can be the first one, but the call to action is apply now, right? And here you can use the channels, the same one as above: LinkedIn, Facebook career page, job site, and website. So normally this is the first three recruitment marketing funnel, as I have mentioned earlier. Now, once we have already published the channel, we are now we now have to measure and, you know how much it costs. Check the potential cost. So again, when you run post or advertisement on social media like Facebook, or let's say LinkedIn, or you will use your website, your Google, it will ask you for the measurement. How do you want to measure the success of this advertisement? That's actually very good now that we are in the digital era, because in the past, it's very difficult to measure the it's very difficult to measure the job ads that we put, especially on the newspaper, or let's say the job boards in different universities, or the job boards in different places, because it does not provide you on the number of impression, number of clicks. You don't have that. You will only have the number of application that will be submitted through those channels. And if they don't put those channels, it will be very difficult for you to calculate the cost that you have done for those channels. So for example, let's say you have run a newspaper ad, right? Just like before, there is the job section on the newspaper, right? And you also have placed the same ad, let's say on another job site, and there is no difference in terms of the recruitment process, or let's say they do not put where they found their this advertisement from. So you are not able to actually measure the different stages of the funnel, unlike now in the digital age, right? So here, especially when you do your advertising on social media like LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook, it will ask you for your objective, which which is your objective in the funnel. So it will ask, are you on the, do you want to create awareness, or do you want to uh, people to consider you? Do you want to do lead generation or conversion? Right? Consideration on Facebook, I believe, is they have the traffic, right? Conversion can also be both traffic and lead generation. And then the evaluation stage is, of course, going to be within your company, and higher stage is also within your organization. So, but these first three can be measured on your analytics on your digital spaces like LinkedIn, Facebook, and Google. So here, the normal measurement is the number of impression or reach. For example, you have placed there $30 to run, certain ads, and then on the consideration phase, your measurement is the number of clicks. So let's say um, from a reach of 1,000 reach for one position. For example, you have reached 1,000 people, right? And then from this, you have received a click of, let's say, 100. So it's already 10% of your awareness level, right? And then from the 100, there are 20 people who have submitted their application. So that's already going down, right? And this is just an example cost, and you have to also strategize on how you're going to create the cost, right? In some organization, they put smaller budget on the awareness and higher budget on the conversion because they wanted to run strategic ads. So here, there are also different strategies on how you will run your ad on social media sites, depending on your objective, what you wanted to get. So sometimes understanding the cost and the, let's say, the impact of your advertisement, then you are able to increase the budget in order to increase your funnel, right? Increase the number, make the funnel wider, right? Instead of, let's say, 10%, 10%, 10%, you wanted to make the funnel bigger on in the middle, so that it will not be a funnel but rather a cylinder. Then some organizations actually put their costs higher on the conversion stage compared to the awareness stage. But again, depends on your organization, how big your organization is, how popular your organization is, what kind of employer branding you have or your marketing team has, that would help you in your recruitment marketing in order to reduce this budget, or in order to, make your funnel a cylinder rather than a funnel, right? So all of this has a different types of strategy depending on your organization. And again, of course, the evaluation stage is how many person would pass the interview, and then how many would sign the contract. So this is just an example of cost. By this, you are able to understand how much it would cost for um, hire one person. So what would be the recruitment marketing cost to hire one person? So for this one, for example, if we're looking for a very skilled person, this is the cost around $110, for example. You can already compare this. Let's say this is your budget for one platform. Assuming that you're doing this in Facebook, or let's say on LinkedIn, you can compare this cost versus the cost that you would put on a job site, for example. And then you will be able to see the quality of the recruitment or the quality of applications that you have, right? Versus the cost. Then you are able to measure your recruitment marketing strategy, right? So this is how you're going to use all of these tools into creating your or developing your own recruitment marketing strategy. There, of course, if you have any questions, I will be able to answer them. Just send me a message or comment on the comment section. I will try to answer all of your messages. All right. So for this recruitment marketing class today, since this is a free class, this is just an overview of how recruitment marketing is. So it is not, really a dive down of the recruitment, but I hope you have learned something on this recruitment marketing class. If you wanted to learn more about your recruitment marketing and how to develop more, I'm actually offering a recruitment training course. Yes, I'm offering a recruitment training course for this month. So the recruitment training course is consists of 3 modules with over 6 hours. So one module, I will discuss it for 2 hours. So this is going to be 6 hours in total. This is again a video lesson on how to develop your own recruitment marketing strategy. I will provide templates that you can customize for your organization, and then provide you a complete example and walkthrough of the process. So each stages, I will uh, go through with you. I will provide you a task. You have to complete it so that you will be able to exercise, and then you are able to ask questions. Of course, it will include the exclusive recruitment marketing framework that I am using. So I will teach you a certain marketing framework that I am using, and I will walk you through on how to use it. Once you register for this course, you will have a lifetime access of this course. I will provide you an online. We will have an online discussion, and of course, a certificate of completion. The total price of this course is 300. So this course, as I mentioned, have 3 modules. You can also do this on a partial basis, because maybe you are not that sure yet. So let's say on module one, the cost of the module one, where I'm going to do the dive down of the recruitment marketing strategy. So here you will learn who your target audience is, just like how we did today, but more on a deeper deeper phase, with the right activity. Let's say we will do the digital marketing canvas during this recruitment marketing strategy. So here you will learn who your target audience is, how to formulate your own USP, and develop your own content. Module 2 is the different marketing tools. I will teach you how to use them. Here you will learn the different content creation tools, CRM, and analytics, and the different platforms used for recruitment marketing. Okay, so I will go show you the stages and the different tools that recruitment marketing uses. And module 3 is the recruitment marketing framework that I have done, or I am using. So here I will share and teach you my very own recruitment marketing framework that I am using. So if you want this a partial, let's say partial payment, one before the other, that's also possible. All you have to do is register for this recruitment marketing training course. That's all for today. Thank you very much. I hope you have learned something. Bye bye.